Hello everybody, this is Orcaman and welcome to the Unsc gameplay tutorial. We are done with SBY for now. Let's just go for it. First up, the defense platforms. Defense platforms are really easy. Basically, you do this. Basically, you just snipe. These means you do not have a lot of help, so these are backline ships. You just you just spawn in and lay down fire. These are long range map only. And that is how you play into platforms. Next up, we have the carriers. What sets the UNSC carriers apart from other carriers is the fact that they have a lot of firepower. They have their fighter craft, like a carrier would, but these things have way more firepower. They're basically battle carriers. But so basically these are mid-line monsters. They are mid-range map monsters. You just go in and open fire, and you can use your fighters to take out anything that isn't in your gun's range. But anything in your gun's range, yeah, blast with anything you've got. And that is how you play UNSC carriers. And next up, the heavy cruisers. The heavy cruisers have a multi-role purpose. They have decent speed, faster than most other mid-sized warships, and these things are also middle line monsters. Basically, you just use all the missiles you've got and all the weapons you've got, and just lay down fire on the closest person you see. Basically, you just use your guns to lay down anything close to you, and your missiles to take down anything away from you. Simple as that. And that is how you play the cruisers. Next up, the battleships are put into three classes. Basically, the cruisers, but torn apart. And first up is the missile battleship. These things are very big and very slow. Basically, you just use your missiles and your Mac cannons and just hit hard. Hit as hard as you can. These are also long range exclusives, although they do have weapons to defend themselves in close range situation. So mid to long range maps is where you should use these. Right? That is how you play as the missile battleships. The standard battleships themselves are the complete opposite of the missile battleships. These things are meant to pack a punch in weaponry. The battleships are very slow, and they pack a lot of laser-based firepower, plus a Mac cannon. So basically, you just open fire at the closest person you see. and you just engage them in a heavy firefight. Right. These means have base wars and hybrid point defense should a mid-range map come into play. But with that said, that is how you play as the Unsc battleship. Next up is the light battleship. These things are flanker ships or support ships. The ship has hybrid cannons and broadswords, so it can activate as a point defense ship. The ship has an afterburner. The ship's very fast and very agile. Basically, this ship could lead a group of smaller frigates and destroyers on a flanking group. And that is how you play UNSC light battleships. You just move in and just try to outflank your enemies. Next up, we have the frigates and destroyers. I am putting them in the same category because they do the same thing. These things are basically powerful. These things are basically the same as the UNCF ships, destroyers. They flank their enemies. They just use their missiles and their heavy firepower to just flank in mid to long range scenarios. These things work in large. These things work in large battle groups, and basically a group of analysts led by a one vindication could be a masterful flanking mission if that's ever a thing. And that is how you play as the frigates and destroyers. And lastly, we have Prowlers. The Prowlers are similar to the dimensional subs from the Gumulus gameplay tutorial, but there are some differences. One, they have a far more powerful an EMP cannon instead of torpedoes as their main special weapon. Plus some Rudra nuclear missiles. So basically, you just sail in close, use your EMP cannons, and if you can't get close, hit them with your nuclear missiles. And if you're way too close, you have to use your pulse cannons until you can cloak again. And that is how you play all the UNSC warships. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and this is Orca Man. Goodbye.